Good dog. Good boy. Come on, boy. Good dog. Good boy, Pace. Good dog. Welcome to the Project Club, a place where us men meet, gather and discuss topics of anything, any nature at all. Communication has never been better in the world, has it? Like, you can pick up your phone and isn't it madness? You can have a conversation where you see the other person on the complete other side of the world, and it can be pissing down with rain in New Zealand and you're talking to somebody in England, and it's also pissing down with rain because it's in England, but it could be in a country where it's sunny too. But we're also so lonely. So many of us men are disconnected from our groups, our tribes. We should belong to something. The family institution has broken down so much, and so many men have lost their partners and their children have been separated. And if you're a brother that's in that group, then I relate, because I remember a time when my partner left with the kids, and man, that was a hollow time in my life. Thank God the children came back to me. And that's what love does, it brings them back. But that was a long time ago now. My kids have grown up and left home, and now I'm, I won't say alone, I've got my little tribe around me, but that also includes you guys as well. And I get a lot of satisfaction out of reading the comment section, because I feel like I'm then connecting up to another wee tribe. But it's not just that. I've got my little community, but I do think there's a lot of men, particularly older guys, that are alone, and it's the worst thing for our health is to be alone. We're not meant to be alone. We're a tribal animal. We've got our squads, our teams, our groups, our family, our whānau, whatever you want to call it. And that's why these man sheds that have popped up around the place are good. Blokes can connect up, but also just so we can share ideas and crunch ideas, think about things, discuss things, work out solutions to problems, whatever they are: financial, health, sporting stuff, fishing stuff, hunting stuff, mechanical stuff, growing a garden, things like simple things like learning to tie knots and keep your chainsaw sharp and sharpen your knife and clean your gun, look after your car, do your oil change, what to feed your animals, what to put in the ground, what to grow, what time to harvest, what time to plant, all those things. And then there's all the mental and emotional things that us blokes should talk about too. Our addictions. I don't think there's a bloke on this planet that doesn't have some addiction. We're all addicted to something. The most important thing to be addicted to is really self-discipline. So you can discipline yourself to overcome your addictions and try to find a pattern that you do every day regardless of how you feel. So when you get up in the morning, if you still feel like a bucket of hairy bum holes, you can still make your bed, still do your jobs, have your nutrition, pat your dog, say good day to your mates, and rock on with the day, doing the hard yards first, so you can sit back at the end of the day, enjoy a feed, enjoy a coffee or something that's a pleasure, but do your work first, and that requires discipline. But the thing, getting back to this topic on this one here, as I walk around the paddock, and the wet here, is our groups, our contacts, our tribe. We need to belong to something. And one of the reasons I set up this channel was just for that. So you feel there's a place, occasionally you can come, log on, listen to me yabber on about shite that you're not necessarily going to agree with, and it's not necessarily correct what I'm saying anyway. It's just my idea of what is. We've all got our own reality, but share yours too. Write it down below. Play. I don't reckon that's right, but it doesn't matter. We can all get along, because that's the thing, isn't it? None of us actually, we don't all agree on the same thing a lot of the time. What a sad old world would be if we did. Imagine how boring that'd be. Discuss topics. I try to keep politics off the channel because it divides people, and I try to keep religion off the channel because it divides people. But I don't think there's any harm in you guys having your say. But I think my own views are pretty staunch on things like diet and exercise and sleep and stress, and it gets a bit painful. I start yabbering on about my views politically. Somebody said once that I should, because for evil to do good, good men should, no, what was it, for evil to progress, evil progresses when good men do nothing. Is that it? Not quite sure how that goes. But the thing is, the most that I can do is in my community, and that's what I do. over the years. I've done a lot for a lot of young men. I've given up a lot of resources, I've given up a lot of my time, a lot of money. I've often had some young guys stay with me for over a year where everything I paid for. You know how much that costs? It costs a lot. I don't do it anymore now because this is a part of my life. This year I started just keeping the place where people stay. I've kept it free because I just want to have a time this year to be actually alone, because I enjoy being alone. I just needed a year of not. This year I haven't taken a lot of young guys out hunting. That's not just because of that though, it's also because the forestry's been impossible this year to the wind blowing. But also I needed a year just to do my own thing. And I've done that. And I am better off for having that break, because it is hard yakka looking after other people. You take on their dramas and their problems, and you've got to choose your battles. You've got to choose who you sort of get involved with, because it can sometimes be draining. And I was getting tired, you know, and I was getting worn down. So I've had a year of a little bit selfish, I suppose, but I've still got my own children to look after and my own family. And within that there's always challenges, as you know, with your own family yourself. There's always things that are challenging. I have been very blessed the way things have gone in my life, but not everybody has the same luck, you know, and there's a bit of luck involved where you're born. Not everybody gets a mother and a father. A lot of people are born without a mother and father, and my mother and father are still alive, which is amazing because I'm not young. There's not many people my age that have both their mum and dad still kicking, and I won't say healthy because they both come to the end part of their life, but my father's mind is still functioning perfectly. My mum's getting a little bit forgetful now with her aging process, but she's in a good place, and that's the most important thing. There's a place that us blokes can connect up with each other, talk, share ideas, crunch ideas, and not feel judged, not be judged. It's easy to judge, isn't it? But we shouldn't judge anybody, because we don't know what anybody's done, where they've been, what's going on in their life, what journey they've been on, and how they've interpreted the journey they've been on. It's a pointless exercise to judge, because we just don't know. We don't know what people have actually, how they've suffered and how they've endured to stay here and be here still, because a lot of brothers aren't here anymore. Men who I thought were strong, young fellas who I thought were strong, no longer with us. Come on, Johnny. Come on, boy. Good dog. Come on. Jeez, he runs fast. I took him out in the forestry this weekend. Good boy. It's a great dog, that dog. We don't know what other people have been through. We've never walked in their shoes. We don't know what challenges they have. We don't know what sort of mental challenges they have, just the way their minds may think and what they have to overcome every day. So judging it's so unhelpful, and everybody's uniquely different, but we're also all the same. We all want the same things. We want to be validated, we want to be loved, we want to be heard. We want people to be kind to us, and also to sort of get us and see where we're coming from. But that's not always easy, because we all speak a slightly different language, and when we say what we're saying, sometimes it comes out a little bit different to what we're trying to communicate, and communicating can be difficult sometimes. It's just a beautiful thing when you meet up with somebody, anybody, and you communicate and suddenly they get you. It's like, oh yeah, man, you got me. Yeah, that's who I am, and you can suddenly start to really connect. And I think that's what's really important for us guys to do, is to find those right people, that right group where we're understood, we're accepted, and we can share. And if we have a little group, and it doesn't have to be a big group that we belong to, I think we age a lot better. I think we go through the last bit of our life not being lonely, because being lonely is a horrible thing. And you can have people all around you and be lonely. When I used to be an entertainer in Europe, sometimes I think that was some of my most lonely times in my life, yet I was surrounded by hundreds of people. I could have a different girl every night if I wanted to. I had lots of so-called fame, plenty of money coming in. But you know, I go home to my little musicians' rooms where we sleep each night, and I would just feel lonely quite often. I had nobody to really love and no one to share with, and there was no family, and I had no real tribe. For the night I'd be absolutely famous. There'd be like 400 or 500 people in front of me, or even more. If it was a town like Bielefeld, there'd be up to 2,000 people in front of me. And then I'd go home to this empty bed and I'd be completely cut off. And I longed to come back to New Zealand and belong to a group of people again. And here I was in a situation where it was a great time, but I got lonely. I miss people. Like, not people, no, that's wrong. I miss being connected. So I think as brothers, we need to be connected for our health. We need to have somebody that understands us, somebody we can talk to. And I'm not saying you've got to always, but I think that's what the pub was for. Get in pace. Go down the pub and guys, we just connect up with guys and talk. Some guys go down the pub just to get away from their wives and talk. That's not good. I'm sure it happens. But just having a group. So yeah, that's what the Project Club is also for. Just so you know, there's a place you can come where we're just men. You know, men sharing men stuff. And the occasional sister drops in too, and that's okay because we don't want to get too much testosterone in the room. Otherwise it gets a bit stinky. Come on dogs. Right, we're going to walk these guys up the top again and give them a feed. I'm going to go and pick up my guitar. I'm working on a new song right now. I'm trying to motivate myself to create a new album because I haven't done one in 5 years. And I'm working on a new song. No surprises what it's about. It's about my Toyota Land Cruiser. God, I think the album's going to be about my truck. I don't care. One thing I've learned about music is it's like anything. If you don't love what it is you're doing and what you're creating, it's not really sustainable. Here, Pace! Come in here, Pace! The little wanker's disappeared. Pace, get back in here. Good boy. Yeah, it's not sustainable if you're not authentic, if you're not yourself. Nothing really is. You've got to be you. And while other musicians will be writing love songs, old Clay will be writing yet another album about his Toyota Land Cruiser. Don't know how many songs he's written about it, but I love it, you know. It's what I love, so I know it's material. I know I'm a bit shallow. That's also how us blokes can be, isn't it? We like things. Women sort of like people and blokes like things, and that's what we talk about. We talk about things, and that's just part of being male. Not for all men, but for this male it is, and for some of you too. It's something I can relate to, and if you guys can. Right, enough yakking. That'll do this vlog. Go steady, brothers. I'll see you in the next one. See you later.